We're in the idyllic Union Chapel with Seth Lakeman. Hello, Seth.
Hello, how you doing?
Your current tour about 2 or 3 weeks in England.
Yeah.
But you're doing it a bit differently this time.
Yeah, we're going out to theatres this time round, so people can sit down. But actually, what we found so far is they're sat down for half the set, and then the other half they jump up, which is nice. Nice way of dividing up the two halves, actually. Yeah, with an interval.
Yes, absolutely.
Bizarre for us. It's the first time I've put on a show with intervals. Yeah.
And what prompted that?
Just to change the venues, really. We've been going into academies and unis quite a lot for the past 2 years and playing these kind of rocky, sweaty, dark sort of venues, and we thought we'd maybe go to some polite, nice halls like Union Chapel or St David's Hall or the Symphony Hall in Birmingham. So it's actually been quite pleasant for us, and I think for the audience as well.
And you're using it as a testbed for new material?
Yeah, there's a lot of new material going on. I've been writing sort of 20 songs for the past 3 or 4 months. Thankfully, I've had a bit of time off back in Devon, so I've had a chance to really concentrate on and really write. So it's the first time for years I've been able to do that, actually, because I've been quite busy touring. So I've always had to kind of get the time in between going away. But we've got a full body of work now, and we're just trial and error each night, really just chucking them in. Yeah. So.
Do you find it hard to write on the road, or do you have to go home to do it?
Yeah, I find it quite hard. Yeah. Usually a haze of booze or just general too many shows on the trot, and it's hard to break out of that process, really. So it's nice to have a break and be able to get really in tune with writing. Yeah.
And you're filming, are you?
Filming, what filming?
Filming one gig on the tour.
Oh, we filmed a show down at the Minack Theatre, this incredible amphitheatre that's cut into the cliffs of Land's End down there in Cornwall. Yeah, and it was a day like today actually when we played. So we started when the sun was setting, and there's we a full house there, and they filmed a DVD. So we're really looking forward to some of the shots. It's amazing, some of it actually. It's an incredible place to play. It's stunning for us.
And you've got a new lineup, slightly new lineup now.
Slightly new lineup, yeah. Well, we've been obviously writing this new material, and vocally it's been really helped a lot with Benji Kirkpatrick, who's joined us. So it's musically it's moving forward. There's no doubt about that. It's really exciting with a fifth member. Yeah. It's there's lots of melodic hooks that I never thought of, or I certainly wasn't able to play, and it frees me up, and I think it's it's really pushed the sound forward. So Benji, and he's a great guy to have on board. I've known him for years, and we worked together for years on other projects. You
go way back, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, go back 10 years. So we work on all sorts of things together. So
playing on each other's albums.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. So it's great being able to hang out and work together again. Yeah.
So what prompted you to formally hire him there?
To be honest, it's more musically the sound. It felt right. It was the right point. Because I've always thought of working with him and trying to include him in this, but it never felt it was the right time. And now it just it seems it was the right point to do it. Sure.
And does that mean you're going to have 3 guitarists on stage at some point?
Well, I'm quite aware of the whole strummy thing. We don't want to go too nuts with strummy land. So what he's doing, he's playing a bit of a harmonica. He might play the organ tonight. That'd be quite interesting. Yeah, I was just discussing that with him. There's a song that we might play called Gypsy Queen. That'd be quite cool with that. And he's playing the banjo. So no, he's not really playing the guitar. So it's bouzouki, and I'll play the fiddle and guitar. Sean is obviously playing 6-string most of the time. But the thing that's worked really well is mandolin and fiddle lines. The way we can pick them out a lot more. It's great. I mean, songs like the Hurless from that last record, we've been performing it, and it sounds decent enough to get it out. But actually, when he does the BVs and he can pick out the lines with me, it gives it another lease of life. So
presumably, can have quite a big impact on the next CD.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. We've been recording demos already, and it's really helped the sound. I think it'd be really good, positive.
In retrospect, when you look back at your first 4 solo CDs, there's a definite progression there, and things have been getting progressively more concise and rhythmic and driving and bigger and bigger production.
Yeah.
Is this something you're going to take further on the next one, do you think?
Probably, yeah. I imagine so. I mean, by the way I've been writing, not necessarily rhythmically, but I think certainly the way I approach it as a writer, and I think the way that we work together as a unit, as a band, I think that is a moving forward. There's no doubt about that. Production-wise, me and Sean are going to produce this next record.
Right, yeah.
I think it's definitely going to. Well, we're going to, talk to a few other people, and I think we're going to mix it up this time, because I think we deserve to have some other influence to come in and maybe look at us as a band.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean, rather than trying to control it myself, which I've done, and me and Sean have done for those early records. So I think it'll be really interesting to see where we can take that.
Cool. Where are you looking for the stories, for the inspiration behind the tracks this time?
Stories. Well, this record is kind of more about people's struggles.
Yeah.
So there's a song called Working Man, which is kind of based around my mates who lost their jobs where I live, and there's a few stories. There's a song about the mermaid of Zena from down in Cornwall. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, which is a lovely love story called Closing Hymn, which would be nice in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a song called Preacher's Ghost as well, which is the story. My granddad gave me this book called The King's Son, and it's about a character called Billy Bray, who was a preacher, Methodist preacher from down in Cornwall, and I wrote a story about him and the way he came from a tin miner to this wonderful person, and he's just looked after so many people in Cornwall. So that was quite an inspirational story. There's all sorts, but more about people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have places you search for these stories?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I remember I went down to a place called Madron's Well, which is down near Penzance, to find this wishing tree. It's a well and a wishing tree where this pagan tree, and they tie these ribbons and messages they write on these ribbons and bits of rags and stuff like that to this tree. So this colourful tree, and you go and see it. It's incredible. It's a beautiful. So I went down and obviously I wrote a song about that as well called Tangled Dreams. Yeah, so I do sometimes, but not all the time. No, just reading up, like that. Yeah.
Are there any other? Because on the last record you collaborated songwriting with Steve Knightley.
Oh yeah, with Knightley. Yeah.
Are you doing any collaborations on the new record?
Yeah, I've written a few songs with a good friend of mine. There's a guy who played on Freedom Fields, a guy called DBG, a guy called Daniel Goddard, who's a really good singer-songwriter who lives just down the road from me. And me and him were sort of collaborating a lot on. There's a few new songs we worked on. A song about a homeless guy that we know from Plymouth called Silver in Your Hand, which is a really lovely story. There's a few songs that me and him have written together, yeah, lyrically. So yeah, it's a bit of that, a bit, but not with Steve this time, no.
Yeah. Lastly, you were on Saturday Superstore, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, yeah. With Keith Chegwin, yeah. Yeah, I was. Well, I was about 7 or 8, yeah. Very young. Yeah, playing the fiddle. Playing, I wish I could shimmy like my sister Kate. She shakes it like a jelly on a plate.
Fantastic.
My old man was singing, playing the concertina. Brother Sam was on the tea-chest bass.
Yeah.
Sean was on guitar, fiddle, me, and then my mother played the fiddle I play at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday Superstore.
Marvellous.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
That's all right, no pleasure. Cool. Yeah.